I'm Benjamin at Hubject, and we're here in Oslo, Norway, for our Plug&Charge Road Tour. With me, I have Petter from the Norwegian EV Association. Welcome, introduce yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Petter Haugneland. I'm from the Norwegian EV Association. So we represent the EV owners in Norway, 120,000 EV owners in Norway. And working to make it easier, cheaper, better to choose and drive an EV in the daily life.
So what can an association like yours do when it comes to plug-and-charge?
Well, as representatives for the EV drivers and owners, we want to make it easier. And we think that plug-and-charge is essential. Charging on the roads outside of your home area is still a bit insecure. You don't know if it works, how much you pay, how it will end up. Will you be stuck on the road? So we think that plug-and-charge has a potential to be very secure, easy for anyone. Norway has a very mature market now. Almost every new car sales are fully electric. So we need to get the point where it's easier, or at least as easy as filling gasoline or petrol or diesel. Even if you go abroad, not just driving, commuting to your home and work, but also on the road.
What are some roadblocks that you see for a full rollout of plug-and-charge?
Well, the problem is maybe that the customers want it, but the charging companies and the car industry is not there yet. It's not it's not for everyone yet. You don't know which company, which car supports it. So it's still a bit hassle to actually, you have to be an enthusiast to find out, to do your research. It should be like you just drive and plug in and get a charge. We're not there yet, but I think it can happen very fast if the OEMs, the car industry and the charging operators actually move on with this technology.
And what would require those players to adopt to it, especially I'm thinking about the CPOs, because the technology is there. We see many cars, they do support plug-and-charge technically. Same goes for the EV hardware. So basically it's about the CPOs rolling it out, and what could help them do that?
Well, they say that they have customer first perspectives on everything they do. So this is something that they can really show if they support it, then because the customers want it and they want to pay for charging. So why don't the CPOs want their money, essentially? So they should make every effort to make it easier for their customers to actually charge and have a good experience. And that has a big potential with plug-and-charge.
Representing over 120,000 EV drivers, what are the main feedback points that you get from these drivers?
Well, we have a yearly survey where we ask them a lot of questions on charging especially. And of course, a lot of people have learned how this works, but it's still a hassle for new EV owners and also maybe elderly owners. And we also ask them what payment method they prefer. And of course, plug-and-charge is very high up on the list. Over half of them prefer plug-and-charge if they know what it is.
With the plug-and-charge getting more and more traction, what's actually hindering it? I mean, the vehicles, every new vehicle now is basically supporting plug-and-charge. The EV charging infrastructure is supporting it, so it's basically the operators. What is hindering plug-and-charge from a widespread expansion and adoption?
Yeah, and also the customers want it. So I think they're not against it, but they have to prioritize between all the different payment methods that they have to require or want to support. And well, it's still a new technology for many that they don't know exactly what it means. So I think they're not against it, but they're slow in implementing it. Also a bit chicken and egg, who will be first on supporting it. But now you say the vehicles are more and more new vehicles are supporting it. So it should be just around the corner.
Yeah. And from a user experience, I say the customers, they want it. I mean, we can see it's, well, both in your surveys and also with other, specific CPOs that are very successful in the industry, right?
Yeah, and it's a no-brainer. I just want to plug in and go to grab a coffee or go to the toilet while I'm charging. Also, you don't need to have a lot of people blocking the charging stations or charging points, confused on how to do this. They just plug in and charge from the first minute instead of blocking the charging station for like 5-10 minutes just to sort out the right app or whatever. So it makes sense for the CPO as well to have more traffic in their locations. And maybe the most powerful argument is that if people have a good experience, then they come back.
Is there something that can be done, maybe from the association or maybe from regulatory perspective, about pushing the CPOs this way?
Well, we say that, well, the customer has always a right, so we can be demand it with our money that we will prefer CPOs that support Plug&Charge and use it. But still, it's more for the enthusiasts to actually find out how and where and when and why. But yeah, we're getting there, and it should be easier to charge. Also, not just at home or in your home area, but also when you're going on longer vacations across borders and so on.
With Norway being at the forefront with the amount of drivers you have driving electric, not only the interested ones, but the mass market everyone is driving. What learning is there to take from that going to other countries or regions of Europe?
Yeah, as a mature market, we see that not just the engineers drive EVs anymore, it's everyone, even your grandmother, and then it's always good to make charging easier and better. So it's not for the engineers that read the manuals before they go on a trip. To make it easier also for senior citizens, disabled persons, and then again, Plug&Charge can help a lot on making public charging available for everyone.
Yeah, Plug&Charge is charging the way it should be.
Exactly.
What are the next big things on the agenda for the Norwegian EV Association? What's happening?
Well, we try to do our part to speed up the EV transition, not just in Norway, but also Europe and worldwide as the leading EV market. So we do a conference here in Oslo, Nordic EV Summit, every year, and also visiting ICNC in Berlin and try to promote the user perspectives, learn from us how is a mature market evolving, and also on the policies in Brussels. We're trying to influence. Of course, we do our small part of this ecosystem, but always with the user perspective top of mind.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Petter, and very interesting to hear your thoughts and your viewpoint of this, especially since it comes from the drivers, which are the important piece of this puzzle. They are the ones doing the actual charging. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.